everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Starbound. So, I gotta start off this one with some unfortunate news. I just recently... This actually happened before starting this, this playthrough right here. But somehow all of my saves got wiped in RimWorld right here. I think it has something to do with upgrading my operating system, because I have a Mac, so I just recently upgraded to Maverick. And it affected a number of things, because obviously it's running a completely new operating system, like the computer in its own way kind of thinks it's a different machine. But I definitely was not expecting it to do anything like wipe any of the saves. So, it's unfortunate, but unfortunate because mainly for the reasoning that we lost the Sacred Land, and I frickin' loved the Sacred Land so much. Hate to see it go, but... You know, not much we could do. Let's actually cancel trying to recruit, Mr. McKinley right now. It's actually especially sad, though, because, I just recently got a really cool, really creative, idea from, Cool Cat, Crazy Critter, whatever. Stratizing. She was recommending that I create, like, a second base in the Sacred Lands, to make things more exciting and stuff like that, among some other ideas, but the second base one was by far my favorite one, because I think that's frickin' awesome, you know? Like, have two... You just brought McKinley food, Buns. What are you doing? But I think that sounds frickin' awesome as hell, you know? Like, having... Like, creating a whole different society, so I don't just have to protect one, I have to, like, manage between both of them, try to keep everyone safe and surviving and all that jazz. I thought that would have been really fun. So hopefully we'll end up getting to that point with our place right here before too long. This planet, which I do have a name for, and I'm very, very keen on when the time comes around, or I'm very anxious for when the time comes around when I get to name this place, because personally, I hate to toot my own horn, but I love to toot my own horn like everyone does, but I'm pretty damn proud of this one, to be completely honest. So let's see, how do we want to set up the rest of our places? We definitely should get some batteries going, but the sucky thing in that regard is that I don't want to place batteries until I know it's safe. Thing I could consider is, it looks very much so that there actually is like a cave surface over this area, like kind of a roofing, a natural roofing, because we were mining into a cave right here. But honestly, I don't really trust that enough to think that it would keep the batteries from being destroyed by rain and other stuff like that. So we're going to ignore that for now and kind of just keep on creating our base as we would normally. So let's go ahead and set up like a wall along this whole area. We'll need to move both of these beds before too long, because they're kind of just chilling in the way right now. So actually, let's go ahead and do that immediately, so I don't have to worry about it before too long. Anything like that. Hopefully we'll be able to get in some really nice looking beds, and a research table. I definitely want to get onto our research stuff as soon as possible for what I would imagine at this point would be pretty obvious reasons, because research is so frickin' important. In all honesty, we might even put a research room right in there. I think that should look pretty good, personally. So let's actually go ahead and set that up. Where's the research stuff? Oh yeah, it's in furniture? Yeah. I'm always a little bit confused why the research table is in furniture, but the frickin' comms console is in buildings. Like, I don't know, you would think those two would be in the same spot, because they kind of have the same exact purpose in some ways. Let's also go ahead and cancel the order to haul that, because there's not too much of a need for it now. I did say previously that we were gonna have the wall, like, one step back, but I think I might actually change my mind about that. That's not really all that necessary at all. So then let's go ahead and make this room about yay big. I think that should look rather nice. We do need to light up this whole place, though. Completely forgot about that. So let's go ahead and put a piece of furniture right there. One right there. Once that wall is built, I think we could get rid of that. I'd be a little bit worried because I wouldn't want the roof to cave in at all, but I think there should be enough light for that to work out perfectly fine. So then let's put a light right there. Could probably put another one Once one's right there, that should light up the rest of the room over there enough. And probably like one about right there, then one over there. I think that'll look awfully fine and dandy. We definitely need to get this poor raider some light so he won't be like completely depressed with his life. So let's actually put a wall right there. That obviously that means we're not going to be able to mine out that whole section for a while, but at least that will give him some happiness in his life. And now that we've gotten all that done, batteries are going to be a very major priority for us. So let's put one right there and then one right there. We'll probably have to sell this one because I think I'm going I'll have to think about things, because actually we totally want to sell this light right here. That was a bad placement, because then our people can't get through that walkway. So let's move the light right about there, or the lamp, I should say. I need to consider whether or not I want to move this wall back a little bit more. It might be perfectly fine where it is. Then I could, like, get people to walk back around there to mine out the metal, and along with that, could also just have, like, more living space going through the mountainside back there. I don't know if that would look good. Maybe it would look absolutely awful, but I think that's a good idea, at least for the time being. So let's put the bed right there. Chair can go right about there. And then I think this room can also fit in a battery. It might make it a little bit cramped, but I think that should be... Do I want a battery in there? I don't know. We're not really getting enough power right now to need more than 2 batteries. I think that those 2 should work perfectly fine. I would really like to get our power going quicker, though, because this McKinley guy is not going to be all that happy living in the dark. Oh, shoot, but he's really happy right now, so let's try to recruit him. The sooner we get him recruited, the better. I wonder if he starts out naturally happier because he's not a raider. That would actually make a lot of sense, in my opinion, so... Who knows? Might be a cool thing for us to do, or a cool idea for us to have. Still can't believe we're not getting enough power to supply any of these things, though. The only thing that can run with the amount of power we have is apparently the nutrient paste. And thank God that's running, but, maybe the lights require a battery to actually work. We did get McKinley on our side, though, so let's go ahead and do this. We should also swap over to the manual properties, but first let me cancel out everything I don't want him to do. We only need 1 grower right now. And I think everything else might be okay. A-okay the way it is. Let's make Buns focus on firefighting, in case any fires occur. Then also a warden, and then research number 1 as well. So let's actually make warden number 2 after getting that research done. Doctoring can remain 4, because obviously that's not even implemented into the game right now. Mining will be number 1. I received a bit of advice saying that I should make Allison like a priority 2 or 3 miner, but as well. But I don't think that's too necessary now that we've got McKinley on our side, and he's pretty good at mining, so we'll leave him at that. But that is 1, but that is 1, and I think everything else should be fine. Let's make cleaning 3 and hauling also 1 for Dunlap. So we have a designated hauler. As you guys know, I frickin' love having those designated haulers, so the more we have, the better. Okay, so where do we want to move forward from here? I actually really like this placement for the prisoner setup. We could extend the room a little and make like a second one for a second individual prisoner if I wanted to, which is honestly something that I might want to do, so we'll have to consider that. And we could actually sell all of that wall right now. That wall space is just occupying space. Not really something that we need at all. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. Oh, we can't get rid of that till it's repaired. Freaking hate that you can't do that. Like, it makes sense. Oh, God. That could have caused some serious problems. I should have built something before doing that. Should have built, like, another roof structure. Let's just put one right there to be perfectly safe for our future, because that could have destroyed our geothermal generator. And then I would be in a awful position right now, so... I got very, very lucky there, being 100% honest. Okay, so now that should be roofed in. Did it even... A roof collapsed. These were the things that were crushed, just a bush. Honestly, I'm not even sure if we needed that then, because... Actually, I think we did. There must have been a hole in the roof, or that must have created one, even though it actually didn't tell us specifically that a hole in the roof was created. So in the meantime, let's also get to mining that while we can. Or maybe we should mine these. Yeah, let's mine these first, because that will allow us to dig in towards this steam geyser. So as we continue expanding our house outwards, we'll get closer and closer to building in with that steam geyser as well. Kind of like a kill two birds with one stone situation. Interesting enough, though, I don't know why our colonists have not moved to this dead body. They probably should. Buns is not a hauler, so Buns can't do it. I don't know why they just leave a dead body there. That's really weird. Let's go ahead and put that wall there. Oh, that's why none of these are getting power, because the walls actually aren't connected. That's one thing that would be that was really, or would be really nice about me walling off this area. Oh, I forgot to cancel that. That's my bad. Oh well, we'll have some nearby metal inside that I can work with, and there we go. Okay, everything's lit up now. I forgot to add the other lights as well. Keep making things look all fine and dandy, pretty, lovely, I don't know, whatever word you'd like to use. Oh, we just got some nutrient paste meals sitting there. That's so bad. Let's go ahead and make another... Oh, we actually don't need to make another bed because we have this one right here. And why didn't I start research? I'm such a foolish, foolish man. Okay, hydroponics go first for obvious reasons. I love getting my hydroponics built so we can actually get rid of this farm as soon as possible as well. So that's one thing I should actually consider. I need to think where I want to build the hydroponics table room. Ah, wonderful. Okay, guys. Gotta say, what is a better name for our planet right here than the legendary, the amazing, the glorious Omicron Persei 8. I believe that's how you spell it. Because I always thought it was like Omatron or something like that, but it's definitely Omicron because I took the time to look it up. But here we are on Omicron Persei 8. Hopefully we won't encounter any big shrimp-like monsters. Aren't they actually shrimp? Because for anyone who doesn't know what Omicron Persei 8 is, that's a reference to Futurama. Because one of my favorite characters in the entire show is this weird, angry alien man who, like, always comes down to Earth to try to, like, take over our planet. Even though he really loves our television. He loves our reality TV shows and all that jazz. At least a lot of the time he comes down, he's like, oh, I'm gonna conquer Earth and make you all suffer. But, he's a really funny dude, like every single character in Futurama. So, let's see. Is that... Yeah, okay, all this is still selected to be mined out. I think everyone was just sleeping? Actually completely forgot to really check what was going on there. Oh, God. Okay, we got our first fire, even though it's clear. That must have been like the last hit of a thunderstorm or something like that, because honestly, I was really not expecting a thunderstorm then, or any lightning to strike. But that shouldn't be too much of a problem. It's pretty far away from everything else, and it's not dry. Granted, it's not raining, so the fire will spread, but it's not dry, so it shouldn't spread a huge amount. But this does give us a perfect time to actually add in some frickin' home zones before I forget. Because there's nothing worse in this game than a bad fire, 100%. Bad fires are actually probably, without a doubt, my least favorite thing in this game, because they just destroy your base 100% of the time. So let's put this bed right in there. That should be fine. And then only 2 people... Oh no, I gotta sell those. I always forget. Now only 2 people will be living outside. Definitely want to get more people living indoors before too long. But that can wait for now. And let's also sell that since it's repaired. This is such a weird kind of walkway. But honestly, I could probably put some, like, living space in there. Honestly, I was also thinking that this could function as the hydroponics room, because that wouldn't be too far to walk from the stockpile area. But I don't know if I like that. I think I prefer it... I think I would prefer making this a living space, or something along those lines. Our research is going along pretty nicely. I'll need to decide what we want to do after this point. Could keep on going for the nutrient stuff, because obviously this is very important for the early game, making sure you don't run low on food. Even though it doesn't help a huge amount, it does help very, very subtly. It is still very, very good, even though it's only that 10%. Gun turret cooling could be good, but we don't have any turrets right now. Honestly, I think, just in case we run into some horrors in our future, I might want to work on some blasting charges pretty early, since those are cheap and very effective for how cheap they are. So, if we get unlucky, and seeing as we're playing random, honestly, that's actually probably not all that lucky. It's more just doomed to happen eventually, to some regards. We'll hopefully be more prepared than we would be otherwise. So let's keep on mining out all this. Nice to know this is such a good metal supply right there. Honestly, we might even want to get rid of this plantation. Or this growing area, as I suppose it would be called. Let's also set up mining out all that, because obviously I want to build a wall there if I'm going to make this the hydroponics room. Sucky thing about that, though, is that there's not enough space for the tables! The tables take up 4! God damn it. Maybe my base will just have to look really awkward. The thing that I don't like about this base so far is that it's a lot more clumsy looking than the Sacred Land was. Like, honestly, I think to make sure that I have enough space and it's not blocking the door, I might want to mine out along that top area too, so the wall will go like that ways, which means I need to also put a wall right there. So I think the wall is just gonna, like, jut up one space for no reason whatsoever. Which, honestly, also kind of makes me wish that I had moved everything back a space earlier, but you know, at this point, maybe we could fix that up later on, but basically, you know, it's one of those things where, for the early stages of this game, I think it is much more important to work towards, making sure your base has functionality rather than visual appeal, you know? So we're just gonna keep along with that kind of philosophy. Why hasn't anyone put this dead body to rest? Put this dead body to rest, Dunlap. That way everyone's gonna be much happier with their situation. Like, apparently nobody cared. They're just like, dead body, who cares? Let's just keep on moseying about our own progress and stuff like that. That dead body should have had a grenade or something. Yeah, it had a frag grenade, right? Which makes me wonder why I didn't pick that up. Unless I did? Allison was just chilling with buns on the chair. That's so weird. Okay, Allison has the frag grenade. Nice to know. I always worried that I'm gonna, like, forget one of those things eventually and then just mess up or something along those lines. So build that wall right there. That will allow us to get our hydroponics tables into works once they're finished, which will be very good for us, obviously. Sad thing about that, though, is I'm pretty sure this plantation, or this potato farm, I suppose, since they're all potatoes. Nice! Hydroponics is finished. It was gonna be a little bit of wasted time. They are free, so it's luckily not wasted money, but yeah, let's go ahead and do blasting charges this early. They are free, so not too much of a waste, but that does mean we're gonna have to, like, crop all of those plants, I'm pretty sure, so kind of wish I didn't take up the time to do it. I just got a little bit worried that we weren't going to be able to survive for too much longer without our farms. But now we have our farms growing, so we could feel safe and secure with that. We'll put one more right down here just so I know how the wall needs to be placed. And we actually should get this wall finished now, too. So the second one goes right there, which means the wall can line down that way. And then bada bing, bada boom, that's all finished. Let's put door right about there, I think. Door right there, and another one right there, and that should make this room look perfectly fine. Once it's all closed up, we could start putting in our sun lamps, and then everything will be hunky-dory, frickin' awesome, cool, and all that jazz. I don't know why I like the phrase hunky-dory. I don't even know if it's a real phrase. Just like saying it, because I'm weird that way. I'm weird, and I've got a beard. Papa cheered? I don't know. So, I really like rhyming pointlessly for whatever stupid reason, but sometimes I'm like, okay, Brendan, you should probably stop and never do that again because they're just bad. Just completely bad, in all honesty. Dunlap, you probably don't need to prioritize hauling that one right now, so why don't we go ahead and have you stop? Being right there, it won't be too much in the way, so no! Frickin' Dunlap! You're supposed to prioritize that one, big knucklehead. There's no reason to prioritize the other one. So nice. Room's almost set up. And our blasting charges are almost finished. Things are looking pretty good right now. Since the blasting charges are almost finished, I might also want to create some kind of wall barrier out here. So, kind of make our functioning tunnel of death like we always do, but get one built as soon as possible, you know? So let's actually, since I wanted to get this mined out anyways, let's go ahead and select a mine you. Someone will do that, and then we could probably build up the death corridor along that way? That means I could put a blasting charge right about there. Would that be a good placement for it, though? Maybe I'd want to put the blasting charges actually on the inside. That way, I could have someone defending right here. Once the enemies get too close, they would retreat back indoors, take up this defensive location, and then the blasting charge would be ready to blow up on whatever enemy comes inside. I think that's a good idea. Might be horrible. Might function very, very badly. But I like the idea of it. I hope you guys like the idea of it. And hopefully it will work out pretty well. In all honesty, we could also line up this side with turrets as well. Who knows? I might want to expand further upwards in the future, but for now, I think that's okay. The one downside is obviously when the raiders come inside, they have all of this rubble to use for a defensive position. They have the rubble up here, or debris, I should say, instead of rubble. I was saying like rebel, I think. That was weird. Basically, putting it simply, they have a lot of really good defensive positions. They get to hide along any of these, get to hide behind any of these, you know, you guys understand. But I think it might still be a smart placement for us, everything considered. Because I like that strategy. And we're almost done with the blasting charges, so we'll be able to put down at least one of those soon. Let's go ahead and get the sun lamp built first, though. We'll only put down one, just so I have enough cash left over for, the blasting charge, which just finished. Awesome. Now we definitely need to work on our nutrient stuff, because otherwise our people are going to start starving to death. Might be a little bit unsafe to send someone out around now, but there is some more food and other resources lying about the map. Not very much food, though. There's more metal than food. There's just food right there, and then a bunch of metal. But since we're sitting at 87, I might want to have Dunlap go ahead and pick that up. Once he picks that one up, he should also be able to pick the one up that's up here. It's additional 35. At this point, I really should know how much people can carry at a time, but I actually have no idea. I have no idea how many resources people can carry at one moment or another, or between one moment and another. So security, blasting charge. We'll just have one for now, but I think one should be okay. Rough thing about this is that blasting charge is actually going to be in the explosion radius of where I would like to position my person, but I guess I could put them right here instead. So that should work out okay. As you guys know, I don't like putting blasting charges in a position where they could blow up anything, unless I'd want to mine through walls with them. A local squirrel has gone mad. Okay. I wish there was a jump to location for the local squirrels, because it is always an irritation whenever they go cuckoo bananas on you. So let's move our lady right about here. We're definitely not gonna set off that blasting charge now, so there's no fear in that regard. Dunlap is coming back with our stuff. We just need to worry that the squirrel might be coming for him. If not, not really a care in the world, or a worry in the world, more like it. Doesn't appear so. Although at this moment, I don't really have any idea where that squirrel even— oh god. Okay, Dunlap. You need to get inside. You need to get inside, and you need to run now! Hopefully you're faster than a squirrel. Actually, chances are human beings would not be faster than squirrels. Yeah, that thing is definitely gaining on him. He should be able to get indoors, though, before it's any serious threat to his life. Maybe I should have put Buns right about there, but he'll be fine. Correct? Yeah, he has 91 health. He'll probably take 1 or 2 more hits before he gets inside. Ooh, a miss. That's always good. That's always a good start to things. Dunlap, I'm gonna swap you to prioritizing carrying all this stuff, because we definitely need to haul it. So might as well get started now. While Buns takes out this squirrel vermin, the almighty fiend or something like that. Then we can mark you. Awesome sauce. Buns, you go about your day. You have been very, very good to us so far, and I hope you will continue to be very, very good for us in our future. Okay, these things look like they're almost grown. About 60%. Oh, nice, 61%. They go up fast. So there shouldn't be too much of a worry in regards to our food supply, but I am still a little bit nervous. I think understandably, because the 87 is not a very good place to be. In the meantime, though, we should actually definitely get started on our communications room. Set up our comm console. I think this might actually be a very good spot for it. Because we could make this its own communication room. Maybe put in another battery against the wall back here. Although that would destroy a lot. So let's actually put it along this wall. Once again, things look a little bit awkward in this room, though. But you know, that's gonna be fine. Maybe we'll just have one flower on this side and have the wall continue along there. I don't know, it doesn't really make me all that happy. I really like for things to look symmetrical in this game, but I suppose you can't always have it that way. We're not at Burger King. You can't always have it your way. So let me see. That looks so weird, though. I don't like that. We're just gonna have everything else look a little bit clumsy and make that wall a little bit longer. Our base. Our base is so awkward looking, all in all. I don't know how I feel about it. It's fine, but could be much more visually appealing. Another local squirrel has gone mad. What a big load of baloney. Okay, looks like we're moving buns up there. I guess, though, we are playing on Randy Random, so I can't complain about squirrels going mad. We could have much worse situations on hand than just the local squirrel population going a little bit bonkers on us. So, not too much to worry. Why didn't I put a door right there? I'm pretty sure that's some wasted cash. I'm not 100... Oh, yeah, that's 100% some wasted cash, I think. How much do we get? We get 2... The walls go for 3. Yeah, that's 1 wasted scrap. Not all that much, but, you know, those kinds of things add up. So, that should be something that we should try to avoid in our future. Let's put a door right there. We could put 1 battery up on that side, 1 battery up on that side, and maybe a bed right about there. Because I want to add more beds, of course. So our people can continue to be happy, living in their own space. Maybe I should put a bed right there and just 1 battery up top. Yeah, we're not in dire need of batteries at the moment. Although, less is always... I mean, more is always better than less. I was about to say less is always better than more, which isn't really the case at all. I'm like that weird commercial where it's like, oh, I like less or more, oh, or whatever they say. No, the less is... What is the commercial? It's like the... I think I'm actually thinking of the one where it's like the and or one. Nice! Cargo unit. What did they drop? Metal? I'd love some metal. Nice. Food would have been nice as well, of course, since we're going down to 67. But I always prefer getting metal supplies from those things, except for, like, immediately in the game. If we get food, like, first off, that makes me very happy. Otherwise, as I already mentioned, metal is my preferred of the 2. Because really, once you get these hydroponics tables built, don't really need much food at all in the game. At least in my opinion. So let's set up 1 light right there, another light can go right there, then we could put 2 flower pots in this room. Make it look nice and pretty. Oh, we also need to sell a bed so someone will actually live in there. So, positive thing, we only have 1 person living outdoors right now. In all honesty, we could change that prisoner room into a normal room as well. Then that would make, give everyone their own living quarters. But I think I'm fine with things the way they are at the moment. Do we need to add more hydroponics tables? I don't think there's too much of a need for that currently. So let's just wait. Metal supplies just gotta sit out there for a while. I'm always surprised when I see these really big fires. I don't know why. They kind of look really pretty in all honesty. Like the fire and smoke effects in this game are so lovely. Really, really, really nice looking, if I do say so myself. So, if I do say so myself, that's a really weird phrase to say if I do say so myself, because I didn't really do anything, you know? Usually when I say, if I do say so myself, it's like when I'm complimenting myself or tooting my own horn. So I don't know if that phrase really applies right there. Let's go ahead and get the picks next. The pickaxe work. That should be pretty cool and good for us. We're definitely working our way towards the steam geyser too. So getting another geothermal generator built, it's gonna be pretty damn glorious. Ooh, nice! We got ourselves an escapee, Mr. Johnson the entrepreneur. Let's go ahead and grab him before doing anything else, I suppose. Although Buns did just fall asleep, but I don't think she's the only one who can arrest people. I think anyone who has a weapon can do it? Where's our other person? Are we missing someone? Oh, Allison is sleeping as well. You know what, Guns? You're not gonna do too much in the day anyways, since you're only gonna be research and our fighter. So why don't we go ahead and have you grab this person soon? Might have actually been... grab this person now. Might have actually been a foolish mistake, because if we do get into a fight... very shortly, like if raiders do land, within the next couple of minutes, then Buns is really gonna need to get some sleep in that period, and probably some food once she wakes up. So either I'm gonna have to be patient with her and let the raiders come attack me, which is obviously something I don't want to do, or I might have to, risk a mental break scenario with her, losing some of her happiness and stuff like that. Okay, fire struck down here. Not much of a problem, though. Didn't really hit us in any of our crucial home zones, which I should definitely expand. I always forget to expand these, like, right off the bat. How much sleep have you gotten, Allison? Okay, pretty much enough. Once he wakes up, I think I might go ahead and check communications with him. Or I could just do it with Dunlap once he gets back. Oh, wait. Okay. Actually, Eclipse is not bad at all. I was about to complain about that, but obviously, we don't have any, solar panels to be restricted by that. Oh, nice! Got a farming vessel and a slave trader. Only problem is we are almost certainly not going to have enough cash to buy anything. We definitely can't buy any slaves, which is really sucky. We can sell them some food, though. Honestly, I feel somewhat comfortable selling 50. Might seem really foolish, but we're gonna do it. There we go. We sold 50 food, especially since it's so expensive, and the metal is so cheap. We could just buy... Oh, he has none. Never mind. I wish I could sell our weapons as well, but we actually can't do that because we don't have them stationed in any equipment barracks. And can't quite afford any of these guys. Actually, oh, sellable. I don't want to sell Johnson, because not too much of a point. I mean, a space pirate might be cool to have, but Johnson is cool on his own, I think. I don't know what he's capable and incapable of. We could check that by selecting him, although I don't think we could do that till he's an actual prisoner. So let's just go on with the path we're on right now. We'll get future chances to get new squad mates and all that jazz, so we don't need to worry about that too much currently. Let's go ahead and set all this up, because we have enough metal to spend. I do have to consider, though, with all those sun lamps, I'm pretty sure the power is going to start going to the negatives. We're still gaining power, currently, but with 3 more sun lamps, it's definitely going to slowly be going down. So I think we'll turn 2 of those off, probably these 2, early on, and just try to function off of 2 of those. The slave trader left! God damn! He was the one who I really wanted to stay for a longer period. Oh, sorry, Buns. You really need to get some sleep, as I was saying before. So I probably shouldn't restrict that by keeping you awake and all that jazz. Oh, shoot, we're at the 34-minute mark. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for this episode. Things are still going really well for us right now in, Omicron Persei 8. And hopefully things will continue along that path for quite a while. We did get off to such a good start with this planet. This might be, obviously I still love the Sacred Land, and I think the Sacred Land might be my favorite map I've ever done so far for sure, since it was the first one that went that well. But I think this might be my favorite planet that we've ever landed on. We've got all of this mountain space that we can occupy in the future. Obviously, we have the 2 generators from the steam vents, And who knows? Who knows what other things we'll get. Also, we had the two really good metal supplies down here. We got the drop right next to our huge starting supply of metal that we haven't even scratched. So, basically, things are pretty positive right now, and I hope that they stay that way for a while. So, but of course, I'm sure things will get very exciting as well, since we are playing on Randy Random and any chaotic occurrences can take place. But anyways, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like, a comment, and or subscribing if you have not. I am the EggScrambledGamer, and I will see you all next time.